Florida Building Code, or FBC 2004, outlines specific electrical installation requirements. These requirements were officially adopted on October 1, 2004. This means that any job receiving a permit after October 1, 2004 is required to adhere to the provisions outlined in the 2004 FBC and its referenced electrical standards. It's crucial for electrical contractors, inspectors, and anyone involved in electrical work in Florida to be aware of these requirements. The FBC 2004 adopts several National Fire Protection Association, or NFPA, standards related to electrical installations. These standards provide detailed guidelines and specifications for safe and compliant electrical work. Firstly, NFPA 70, the National Electrical Code 2002 edition, is adopted with one exception. Article 80 of the National Electrical Code 2002 is specifically excluded from the adopted requirements. The National Electrical Code is a widely recognized and comprehensive standard for electrical safety. It covers a broad range of electrical installations and equipment. It is the foundation for electrical safety in most jurisdictions within the United States. The NEC addresses wiring methods, overcurrent protection, grounding, and equipment installation. Secondly, NFPA 70A, Requirements for 1 and 2 Family Dwellings 2002 edition, is adopted. This standard provides specific requirements for electrical installations in 1 and 2 family dwellings. These dwellings have unique electrical needs and safety considerations compared to larger commercial or industrial buildings. The requirements cover items such as service entrances, branch circuits, and grounding systems specific to residential applications. Thirdly, NFPA 110, Emergency and Standby Power Systems 2002 edition, is adopted. This standard addresses the installation, performance, and maintenance of emergency and standby power systems. Emergency power systems are designed to provide power automatically when the normal power supply is interrupted. Standby power systems may provide power either automatically or manually during power outages. These systems are critical for facilities where a loss of power could create a life safety hazard or disrupt essential operations. Fourthly, NFPA 111, Stored Electrical Energy Emergency and Standby Power Systems 2002 edition, is adopted. This standard focuses on emergency and standby power systems that utilize stored electrical energy, such as batteries. These systems provide a reliable source of power during emergencies and power outages. They are often used in applications where an immediate and uninterruptible power supply is crucial. The standard covers requirements for battery systems, chargers, and transfer switches. Fifthly, NFPA 72, National Fire Alarm Code 2002 edition, is adopted in conjunction with Chapter 9 of the Florida Building Code 2004. NFPA 72 provides the requirements for fire alarm systems. It covers the design, installation, testing, inspection, and maintenance of fire alarm systems in various types of buildings and facilities. Chapter 9 of the Florida Building Code 2004 likely addresses specific requirements for fire protection systems within the state of Florida. Finally, the Florida Building Code 2004, Chapter 10, Section 1006, which covers means of egress illumination and signs, is adopted. This section of the FBC addresses the requirements for providing adequate illumination and signage along exit routes in buildings. Proper illumination and signage are crucial for ensuring that occupants can safely evacuate a building during an emergency, such as a fire or power outage. The specific requirements will cover light levels, sign placement, and emergency power requirements for these systems. It is important to consult the specific editions of the NFPA standards and the Florida Building Code to ensure compliance with the requirements. These codes and standards are regularly updated. Therefore, it's crucial to use the correct editions and any applicable amendments. Remember that Article 80 of the National Electrical Code 2002 is not included in the adopted requirements of the Florida Building Code 2004. Article 80 generally covers the introduction to the NEC, including its purpose, scope, and administration. While the rest of the NEC 2002 is adopted, Article 80 is specifically excluded. When working on electrical installations in Florida, be sure to reference the Florida Building Code 2004 and the adopted NFPA standards. Electrical inspections will verify that the installations comply with these requirements. Failure to comply with these codes and standards can result in failed inspections, project delays, and potentially hazardous conditions. To summarize the key points, the Florida Building Code 2004, effective October 1, 2004, mandates adherence to specific electrical standards for jobs permitted after this date. These standards include NFPA 70, the National Electrical Code 2002 edition, with the exception of Article 80, NFPA 70A, requirements for 1 and 2 family dwellings 2002 edition, NFPA 110, emergency and standby power systems 2002 edition, NFPA 111, stored electrical energy emergency and standby power systems 2002 edition, NFPA 72, National Fire Alarm Code 2002 edition, in conjunction with Chapter 9 of the Florida Building Code 2004 and Chapter 10, Section 1006 of the Florida Building Code 2004, which addresses means of egress illumination and signs. These codes and standards work together to ensure safe and compliant electrical installations in Florida. Staying up to date with the latest additions and amendments is essential for all professionals in the electrical field. Understanding the specific requirements of each standard is crucial for proper design, installation, and inspection of electrical systems. Always refer to the official documents for the most accurate and up-to-date information. The National Electrical Code, NFPA 70, is a comprehensive document that covers a wide range of electrical installations. It provides detailed requirements for wiring methods, overcurrent protection, grounding, equipment installation, and more. It's important to understand the specific requirements that apply to the type of electrical work being performed. The NEC is organized into chapters, articles, and sections. Each section addresses a specific aspect of electrical installations. The code includes tables, figures, and examples to help clarify the requirement. The NEC is updated every 3 years. It is important to use the correct edition of the code. NFPA 70 provides specific requirements for electrical installations in 1 and 2 family dwellings. These dwellings have unique electrical needs. It's important to understand the differences between residential and commercial electrical installations. NFPA 70 covers topics such as service entrances, branch circuits, and grounding systems specific to residential applications. It also includes requirements for smoke detectors, carbon monoxide detectors, and other safety devices. NFPA 110 provides requirements for emergency and standby power systems. These systems are designed to provide power during power outages. Emergency power systems are critical for facilities where a loss of power could create a life safety hazard. Standby power systems may provide power either automatically or manually. The standard covers the installation, performance, and maintenance of these systems. It also includes requirements for generators, transfer switches, and other components of the systems. NFPA 111 provides requirements for stored electrical energy emergency and standby power systems. These systems use batteries to provide power during emergencies. They are often used in applications where an immediate and uninterruptible power supply is needed. The standard covers requirements for battery systems, chargers, and transfer switches. It also includes requirements for ventilation, fire protection, and other safety measures. NFPA 72 provides requirements for fire alarm systems. Fire alarm systems are designed to detect and alert occupants to a fire. The standard covers the design, installation, testing, inspection, and maintenance of fire alarm systems. It also includes requirements for detectors, control panels, and notification appliances. The Florida Building Code also includes requirements for fire protection systems. Chapter 10, Section 1006 of the Florida Building Code addresses means of egress illumination and signs. This section requires adequate illumination and signage along exit routes. This will ensure occupants can safely evacuate during an emergency. The code specifies minimum light levels, sign placement, and emergency power requirements. It's crucial to ensure that all exit routes are properly illuminated and clearly marked. Understanding the specific requirements of each of these codes and standards is essential for ensuring safe and compliant electrical installations. It's also important to stay up to date with the latest additions and amendments. Consulting with a qualified electrical inspector or engineer can help to ensure compliance with all applicable requirements. It's also important to follow the manufacturer's instructions for all electrical equipment. This will help to ensure that the equipment is installed and operated safely and correctly. Always use qualified electricians for all electrical work. Qualified electricians have the training and experience to perform electrical work safely and correctly. They also understand the applicable codes and standards. The Florida Building Code and the adopted NFPA standards are designed to protect people and property from electrical hazards. By following these codes and standards, you can help to ensure the safety of your electrical installations. When working on electrical projects in Florida, always remember to consult the Florida Building Code 2004 and the specific editions of the NFPA standards that are referenced within it. This will help to ensure that your work meets all applicable requirements.